In this video, we're going to show you how to set up the inputs and outputs supplied with your Sonic Driver fixed flow meter. Your fixed flow meter can be fitted with a range of standard process industry type input and output modules. You specify these when you purchase your meter, and they are fitted by us inside the meter when it is being assembled. Our output module options include current output, both active and passive, an open collector pulsar and an opto relay output, a mechanical relay output, and a Modbus RTU module. You can see that the current output comes as both active or passive simply by connecting to the relevant active or passive screw terminals. The switching options, open collector, opto relay and mechanical relay, have two circuits, where one acts in opposition to the other. The fixed flow meter can also come with various process industry inputs, including passive active current input, digital input, and a PT100 4-wire input module. By installing a pair of PT100 4-wire modules and using a pair of 4-wire sensor elements, you can measure both input and output temperature and turn your flow meter into a heat quantity meter. To configure your input and output modules, scroll to the Input-Output menu. The Input-Output menu will show a list of the modules fitted. You can scroll through the list and select each module in turn. Here you can see that we have fitted a current output, open collector output, and a Modbus RTU module. To configure a current output module, select it from the list, turn the module on, allocate it to a measurement. Here we have allocated it to flow rate, but you can select other measurements from a list. Enter the lower limit, which in our case corresponds to 0 litres per minute. Next enter the upper limit, which in our case corresponds to 160 litres per minute. These values span your current output range. You can damp the current output value by entering a damping time. In this case, we have entered 10 seconds. Should measurement be lost, for example if the pipe goes empty, you can specify the response of the meter. It can hold the last meter reading, or go to various NMR standard signals. The length of time it waits before doing this is configurable. To configure an open collector output, select it from the list and turn it on. Switching modules can act as alarms, pulse outputs, and other functions. Here we have selected the open collector to function as an alarm. In this case, it will energise at an on point when our flow rate reaches 80 litres per minute. It will de-energise when our flow rate goes below 50 litres per minute. Our Modbus RTU module acts as a slave on a network. To configure a Modbus RTU module, turn it on, enter the slave address, the baud rate, parity, and number of stop bits. Now we have configured our outputs, you can see that as we turn the flow on and off on our test rig, the current output, open collector and Modbus RTU respond as programmed. Here you can see the flow rate on the display and the current output on the meter increase and then decrease as we turn the flow on and then off. Here you can see the open collector alarm energise and then de-energise as our flow rate first reaches the programmed on point. And then when we turn the flow off, it goes through the off point. Here, we are using a terminal program to view the Modbus RTU output, and you can see all of the meter readings and diagnostics varying as we turn the flow on and off. Make sure you check our YouTube channel, social media accounts, and website for more information and tutorials.